Good morning, Star Trek Fleet Command fans. Tiberius here with another quick tutorial. Today we're going to talk about all the benefits of joining an alliance, how to pick a good alliance, uh, how to be in, not to be in one of the zombie alliances, as I referred to them in the previous video. So you click down here on your alliance button. We'll also talk about the perks of being an alliance, a good alliance as well. So click on the Alliance tab here, and you can go to, I think it's this one. So normally if you're not in an alliance, obviously your button's going to look a little different. I am in one. So you go to the Alliance tab here, and you just click on the Power Rankings. Now, this is going to glitch for a second as it catches up. Alright, so these are the top alliances on my server based on power. Some of these are ridiculous. There are two types of alliances. There are public alliances that anybody can join freely, and there are private alliances where you have to be invited by one of the head honchos, officers of the actual alliance. Most of your top end alliances are set to private. They don't want any Joe Schmo off the street joining them and filling up their spots. They want, uh, high quality people who spend a lot of money or just play all the time, who are really going to actually help them get further up the standings. Not all of them are like that, but most of these guys are set to private. You can probably find out a lot from what's in the description: recruitment request, contact, so and so. So if you're trying to get into their alliance, this is the guy you got to reach out to. And you can see some other information about them, like they follow the rules of engagement, which we covered a little bit yesterday. We follow rules of engagement, reach out for violations, this is who to talk to, etc., etc. The other types of alliances are public alliances, looking to join, focusing on PvP. Okay. So the other types of alliances are public, where anybody can join at any time. Um, so you want to, probably where you're going to start is finding one of those. Build yourself up a little bit, get used to the game, and then, uh, if you're as you're progressing and as your power is growing and as you're feeling more comfortable with the thing, you're probably going to want to move up into one of these more active alliances so you start getting the benefits. What are the benefits of joining an alliance? Well, it's several. uh, Number one is you have other people to talk to, and you have other people to bounce ideas off of. You have other people to provide protection for your base. If your shields are down and you're getting attacked, maybe the people in your alliance might try and kill some of the attackers, fend off a few guys, or at least provide a distraction, or at least let you know. If you're on Discord, or if they have your information and they want to send you a quick message, be like, dude, you're getting attacked. Put your shields up. Um, we'll get into base rating and all that stuff a little bit more later. But as you can see, I've got a few purple dots surrounding my base here, which moves all the time, so don't get any ideas. So if one of us was getting attacked, like what just happened the other day, you kind of sound the alarm, and then people around try and help out. That would be benefit number one. Benefit number two is the alliance helps. And now that is a specific game term. You'll see over here this little purple handshake. That means that there are outstanding help requests. You can help other alliance members, and it speeds up their times. These particular people here, this guy's building something, it'll take 7 hours, 6 minutes. This is a ship repair, that's going to take over 2 hours. This guy's doing research, that's going to take a day and 7 hours, so that's 31 hours total. I can hit this button, I can give them some help. Alliance help is the greater of 1 minute off their time, or 1% of the remaining time left to finish their project. So 1 day, 7 hours, it's 31 hours. Pull up our trendy little calculator here. 31 hours. There's 60 minutes in an hour. I like to do it in minutes. It just gives you a more accurate accounting. So it's going to take him 1,860 minutes to build this thing. Times 0.01. 18 minutes, 6 seconds. So I click this help button and it shaves almost 19 minutes off of his build time. Now, the higher the level of your alliance, we'll do this right now for these guys, give them all their helps. The higher the level of your alliance, the more people that you can get to help you. Currently in my alliance, which you can see if you go into your alliance and you look at the alliance level, the higher the level of the alliance, the more helps you're allowed to get per building. We're level 16. We can have 62 members, and we can have the help limit is 14. So we said it was 18 and a half minutes approximately that I was able to shave off my alliance members' time times 14 people who are allowed to help. Now it's 260 minutes. That's just over 4 hours. So his thing that was going to take over a day, he can now, by being in an active alliance, he can get 14 people to help him, and he can shave over 4 hours off of his build time. That adds up. Over the course of a week, that will let you get extra things completed. It will require you to spend less speed ups so you can save them for your bigger projects. Things that you can't get help on, like tiering up ships. As you get into the higher level ships and you want to tier them up to the next level, it takes days, sometimes a lot of days. I know, my North Star, for example, the last time I tiered it up, it took 8.5 days. And you can't get any alliance help on tiering up ships. It's one of the few things that you can't get help on. You can get help on buildings. You can get help on ship repairs. You can get help on research. And you can get help if you have a scrapyard, which you get at level 20, lets you dismantle your old ships into spare parts. You can get help on that to speed up the destruction time. But tiering up ships is the only thing you can't get help on. And like I said, tiering up some of the higher end ships takes 5 days, 7 days. And when they're your big battleships that you use to complete your daily missions, which we'll cover in another video, you obviously want to speed that up as much as possible so you don't have that downtime and you can keep playing the game. So those are the things that you kind of want to save your speed ups for and not have to use them as much. So if you can, get some alliance help to shave some time off, that will certainly make a difference. If you're ever curious, you can see here, I can see 14 out of 14. So I've gotten all the maximum helps. You want to make sure you do that first too before you use any speed ups. So if for some reason I really needed this completed sooner, I could use some speed ups now to get this done. I don't recommend you do it before you get the maximum alliance help. Let them shave off as much time as possible for you, and then you go the rest of the way if you need to. When you get into some of the bigger buildings, when you're upgrading your operations center or something like that, it may take 3, 4, 5 days. And if you need that done sooner, because you want to get to the next level and start building more stuff, let your alliance help you knock as much time off that as possible. That will save you speed ups. That will save you Latinum if you're using Latinum to buy speed ups. So that is the biggest perk. If you go over to the events tab, obviously there's active events going on all the time. We'll cover daily and specialty events in a future video as well. But this Battle for Glory, this is an alliance event. It's also an individual solo event, so I do things. This particular one, I had to just kill anything. It was just attack hostiles, which is about as basic as you can get. You kill these things, you get points. You get the points, you complete the tiers. So for me, at level 22, obviously these things scale based on your level. So if you're lower level, your requirements to kill things are going to be lower. So everybody can still participate to some degree. For me, I had to kill level 26 pluses to get the highest benefit. So there's no point in killing 27, 28, 29s. You just find some level 26s, farm them out, kill them. Get your 20 points. That's 45 kills, and you're done. And what did I get for this? Well, I got some Alliance Gold trophies, plus I got some benefits and some resources for myself. The purpose of this event the only way you get points for your every event is different. Let me preface that. Uh, this particular alliance event, which they do every month for a couple days, I think it's usually like a 3-day event. The only way to earn points for your alliance for the standings is to collect those gold trophies. Every gold trophy you get is worth 1 point. So because of my level, I was able to get, I think, 65 trophies by completing all 4 of my levels. So I was able to add 65 points to my team. Lower levels won't be able to add as much, but every little bit counts. I know some of the guys in my alliance that are like 18, 19, they're only adding, I think 12 is the max that they can get. They have to kill smaller things to get those points, but they can add 12 trophies to our team. We're currently ranked 29th, which puts us into this tier. So we will get some recruit tokens and some alliance credits. It's another benefit of being in an alliance. You earn alliance credits, which you can then spend in the store. What can you spend those alliance credits on? Let's go look. So you can get some different avatars if you like to have a different graphic picture for your profile. Armada stuff, those require being in armadas and earning these tokens to cash in to get other rewards for being in an armada. Armadas you can't start until somebody has to be level 23 to start one. They have to build a special building called the Armada Control Center. Don't worry about that. Worry about that when you get up into the level 20s, because you're going to take on things that are hundreds of thousands or millions of points in armadas. And at the lower levels, your level 30,000 maxed out, Turris or Tala, it's just going to get destroyed in the first 5 seconds anyway. Most people use the Alliance rewards for Ultra Recruit tokens. You can cash in 250 Alliance points, and you get 50 tokens. It takes 800 of these tokens in order to get the Recruit pack, but it gives you a chance to get some higher level officers in those Recruit packs. The other things that you can get are relocation tokens, and you can also get peace shields. We'll cover peace shields a little more in depth in the base rating section event or video that I will also do at a later time. So yeah, you can get some tokens that'll help you recruit some people. You can go to the recruit tab and you can look at the Ultra Recruit pack. Like I said, it takes 800 tokens to cash in, but you've got your chance at getting all kinds of high quality officers. Now you're only going to get maybe 1 or 2 of some of these guys. It's going to take you a while to get the ultra rare guys, the purple guys and gals, but certainly a chance to get some of the blues and some. There even aren't any greens in the Ultra Recruit pack. It's just blues and purples. So certainly have an opportunity to get some higher end officers and get the shards to start recruiting them. Alright, so let's get into how to find a good alliance and how to avoid being in a bad alliance. So if we go back to our Alliance Power tab. So as we mentioned before, my alliance is currently 35th on the server, so that's pretty solid. We're kind of right there, top 50. We're going to get some rewards for each event. As you saw, we're going to finish in the top 50 of that, which is worth some the recruit tokens we talked about. So we go down here into some of the lower level alliances. Like this one right here. Like some of these right here. 16 out of 60 people, 7 out of 58 people. These are really small alliances. But you can look at their power totals and see that these guys probably play the game pretty actively. Here, we'll look at this one. 36 out of 58 people, so there's plenty of spots open for you to join. We follow rules of engagement, and we have fun. Okay, sounds like a good group of people. They've got 10 million points combined, and you can look at their list of people and see. Easiest way to spot a bad alliance. What level is the admiral? If the admiral is like level 4, that's somebody who just started an alliance and probably doesn't play the game anymore. Alliances don't get dissolved unless somebody actually gets rid of it. And if the person who played quit, well then nobody he's the only one who has access to do that. So you can look through the rankings. These are the different levels. You've got admiral, commodores. These are the guys who kind of run the show. Then you got your premiers, who are well-respected people who their input also counts. Operatives, it's where most of the your people who've been playing the game a while will probably get ranked there. And then you've got your agents, who are people who newly joined the group. I like to always sort by the power rankings. All right, so this alliance has some top-heavy people. It's got some people here in the mid, half a million points. Lots of people in that 300,000 range. And then some people down here at the bottom. This is probably a public alliance. Very sensitive, this mouse thing today. Based on seeing these low-level people down here, this is probably a public alliance. Some of these people may no longer play the game. They might have just joined the game and found this and like, all right, good. This is a good place for me to build my level up, get some help, get some advice from higher level players, which is certainly a good way to go. I don't know why it's being that sensitive today. I'm not even clicking on anything. Don't want to message people. So that would be a decent alliance for a new player to join, build their level, build their power up, and get comfortable with the game, get comfortable with how the alliance works. They follow the basic rules of engagement, which we covered in our previous video, which is how you raid, attack other mining ships and other player ships and that kind of stuff. A bad alliance, we'll go look at the one that I was in when I first started playing the game and I didn't know any better. They're still around. Barely, but they're still around. No, that's not what I wanted. There they are, down here at number 78. Number 78. This was the alliance I joined first because it was one of the public alliances that was open. But as you can see, their admiral is level 4. Not good. 49 players, 5.5 million points. It's not a very good player to point ratio either. Let's look at the power. What do we say? 5 million points? Well, this guy's got a million of it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4 people here, just over 400,000. That's 1.6 and change, 1.8. Throw in this guy, now we're over 2. And then this guy here, so 60% or so of the entire power of this alliance is in these top 6 guys. So if one of them quits playing or one of them leaves to go to a more active alliance because they're looking for a more productive game experience, this alliance is going to be pretty weak. We talked about looking at the rankings. The Admiral, level 4, 1500 power. This is somebody who started playing the game, decided they didn't want to join an alliance, they were going to create their own so they could do their own thing, and then realized they didn't like the game very much and quit. They never dissolved the alliance. This alliance has, no real structure to it. Some people like being in these alliances because there's no expectations from anybody else. They can kill whatever they want and don't really have to worry about other people, talking to them saying, hey, you probably shouldn't do that. You're going to, cause trouble for the rest of us. There's no expectations about people saying, hey, that last event, you really didn't put up any points. Like, what's going on? We're trying to get some better rewards here. Like, my alliance, we finished. We're gonna finish 28th or 29th. It's like, all right, some of the people who didn't perform. Sorry, just got to do this real quick. I don't want to be sitting on any 0 nodes now. You didn't really perform in the last event. what's going on? Are you okay? Can you try and make sure to contribute some more so we can get from 29 to 25 because the rewards get better as you get further and further up. But these are usually the alliances where people tend to go recruiting for stuff. Um, but yeah, as were talking about before we got interrupted. Oh, that's nice. Do, do, do. So yeah, obviously if you're the type of player who really like all you do during the week, you log in, you refresh your buildings, you log back out. Maybe on Saturday morning, you fly around and you kill some stuff, and that's your very casual way of playing the game. Then one of these alliances like this, these zombie alliances, might not be bad for you then, because again, no one's going to have any expectations, but you're not going to get the alliance helps. You're not going to get the rewards for building, finishing high in events, which will further accelerate your game, give you more options to have a more fun playing experience because you're going to have access to, better officers who boost the stats on your ships, which we're going to cover in another video, and all of those wonderful things that come along with that. You get resource rewards sometimes more than just tokens. Sometimes it actually is like, you know, tritanium or other stuff like that. Resource tokens that you can cash in. So those are kind of the perks. You know, if you're just kind of casually building stuff, all right, maybe it's not a big deal to you, and you'll be in one of these little group alliances. And but as we covered in the math, it can save you quite a lot of time on your repairs for your ships, save you a lot of time on your building upgrades. But again, if you're only clicking once a week, or I'm clicking this and then I'm logging out and I'm going to work, and tomorrow morning I'll wake up and I'll see what's close to being done and I'll speed it up a little bit and then I'll build something else. And that's the only thing you play the game. Well, you're not really playing the game then. You're kind of just using it as like a 15-minute bathroom break filler. Um, while your coffee's brewing or whatever in the morning, whatever you got going on. Um, and that's cool. If that's all you want out of the game, then that may be the way to go for you. But if you want to be a more, have a more active playing experience, then you're going to make sure you find yourself a good alliance to really get those benefits. I think that's going to wrap it up here. Hopefully, if you guys have any questions or comments, please be sure to post them. I like reading those stuff. Um, and we'll do some future videos on some other topics, such as the daily and event missions that I talked about, different crew assignments, and go from there. Check out my other videos on what rules of engagement for being in an alliance are and how to find those on your server. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show, and you guys have a great day.